Financial literacy is the confluence of financial, credit, and debt management knowledge that is necessary to make financially responsible decisions, choices that are integral to our everyday lives. There is a code to validate it. It's not about having lots of money, it's knowing how to manage it. Another quote that states financial management is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. To bring us insight about finance, today we have with us Ms. M. Jayashree. Jayashree ma'am joined St. Mary's College in January 2020, prior to which she had taught management at St. Joseph College, Hyderabad. Jayashree ma'am is a highly energetic and effective teacher. Her academic interests are finance and information technology. She has written and presented various research papers in international and national conferences and seminars. She has also published articles in renowned journals. She is passionate about research and is currently pursuing her PhD. Welcome, Jayashree ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pal ma'am, for your brief introduction. Thank you so much.
All over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
to see you all in the class.
Morning, ma'am.
Most of you, you have met me. Yes. Nice. Good to see you. So, yes. Okay. So without wasting much time, we'll start our session. Can you tell me what is our today's session? Anybody?
Overview of finance.
Overview of finance. Rightly said, Udbhav. Okay. So let me share screen. Yep. 1 second. Let me. Yeah. Like, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, yes, madam.
Yes. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am. Everything is fine.
Okay, get. So today is our session 8, that is overview of finance. Okay. Yeah. So the learning objectives of today's session will be, that is the key takeaways of today's session will be as follows. Okay. So meaning of finance, meaning and evolution of money, types of businesses, finance versus accounting, features of finance, scope of finance, aim of finance function, types of finance, time value of money, role of finance manager, types of financial decision, and a small case study at the end to only to understand the practical part of the financial management. Okay, all good?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, madam.
Okay, so we'll start today's session with a small brainstorming activity, okay, which will be done by you on Padlet. Okay, I think by this time you are aware what is Padlet and how to use and all that. Did you come across?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Let me give the code of Padlet in the chat box. Only this activity is for me to understand your scope of knowledge about finance. Okay, let me share the link in the chat box. Are you able to join? Check and let me know.
Yes, madam. Able to join.
Yeah. Write your name, okay? Don't write any pet names or like that. Write your proper name. I'll post once again. Who is this bank? Bank, who is this? rename. Who is this bank? No one?
Amma.
Join fast. Managing money. Just first write your name. The activity I will explain you what to do. Okay. First join with your name. Name as the title. Then we'll see the activity. Okay. So the activity is this. Okay. Like you have to write at least 5 words which are related to finance. So as soon as you think about finance, what are those first 5 words which will come into your mind? Okay, you'll have 5 minutes to do this. Do it fast. Do it. Mhm. You have to write 5 words of finance which comes to your mind. Don't switch off your video. You can be on mute. You can be on mute. Whenever you have a doubt, you can unmute yourself and you can raise the query. Udbhav, please be on mute.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Mohammad Khan.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I can't find the link.
Okay, I'll post it once again. Now, can you?
No, ma'am.
Why like that? Oh, it's 1 second. Everyone in the meeting. Now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. There are total 35 participants in the class, but I can see only few have joined. All of you join the Padlet. You want me to post once again the link? I have posted again. Join the Padlet. Isha has joined. Ria, Ananya, Deepti, Mansi, all of you. Okay. I am okay. Started writing. Uzair, start writing the 5 words related to finance. Udbhav, Saburi, Smriti. Okay, very good. Most of you are very active participants. Varshita, I think you are writing and didn't post. Is it like that? Because, oh, most of you have written quite very good words like commerce, business, financial affairs, money, accounting. Okay. You know quite a bit. Investment, Gruhati. investment, money, bank, account, business. Okay, most of the words are related. I hope you all know the meanings of what you are writing and then you are writing. Okay, then money, finance, money, investment, saving, and marketing. Simran, can you explain what is this marketing in finance?
I meant online
Okay.
marketing through which you earn money.
What you want to say is online transfer of money?
No, ma'am, the trading business we have now, trading finance. I meant
Okay.
that.
Trading. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. A different word which we have come across. Money, online trading. You mean to say online trading of stocks, which we do
Yes,
it on
ma'am.
NSE?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay. Okay. So the best word to name it as trading. Marketing is also okay, but trading will be quite a similar word to finance. Good. Then Aditi has written money, investment, banking, business, accounting. Very good. Dikshita, investing, saving. Dikshita, what is this renting?
They are gonna lend money, no, ma'am.
Okay, lend money. Lending, I have understood. You have written something renting.
Or similar words, something.
Okay, okay. Budgeting. Oh, Dikshita, like a higher version of finance, budgeting. Nice. Mansi, money management, accounting, expenses, losses, profits, credit and debit. Wow, interesting. Gains. Oh, Mansi, I think you have a very good knowledge in accounting.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, good. Riya Chowdhury, money, investment, profit, losses, expenses. Yeah. So most of you have written the similar word. By this, I can understand the scope of your knowledge, what you have about finance and accounting. And this will help me to make you learn the concepts better today. Okay. Thank you all for your active participation. I can see most of the words which are like very good, not very basic, not very higher end, but you have some knowledge about finance that I can make out. Aisha, saving, growth, profit and loss, balancing, investing. Very good. Very good. Good to see. Okay. So I would like to start today's session by the famous person. Now you have to guess who is he. Okay. Let me know if anybody can. Who is he?
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. Why I have taken his picture, or why I would like to start the session by his, what you say, by his introduction. Any guesses?
He's a successful businessman.
Yeah, successful businessman. Okay.
No guesses, madam.
Udbhav?
Investor.
Yeah, he is a successful investor. Okay, he is treated as one of the most successful investor in the world over over 100.9 with 100.9 billion dollars. Okay, and you any guesses from what age he started investing? Any guesses?
I think before the age of
Before
12,
the age
I
of
think. 12.
12. Right guess, Aryan? Anybody? Anybody want to guess? He started his investing at the age of 13 years. Can you all imagine? 13 years, a person who is into investing? No, right? So, who is none other than Warren Edward Buffett. Okay, so he is treated as one of the most successful investors in the world with $100.9 billion net worth. And I think he is the 10th wealthiest person in the world. Okay, so like if we take the first and the 10th wealthiest person, like we are not considering here who is the first wealthiest and the second. No, I am only concerned with the propaganda of his investing pattern and his way of like he's also called as a American investor and philanthropist like that. So why I have taken his example here to start this session is, as we are talking about finance investment, yes, that's why I have taken his example to start the session, Warren Edward Buffett. And we'll start today's session with his famous quote, which is given by Warren Buffett: the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. Okay, the more you learn, the more you will earn. And I have studied a quite interesting thing about him, that he spends his 80% of time in reading. Can you imagine? In reading. I think that's why he has given this quote: the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you will learn, the more you will earn. Okay. And there are two rules of Warren Buffett. That is rule number one, never lose money. Okay. And what is the rule number two? Never forget the rule number one. Quite interesting, right? So with this, we'll start today's concepts. Okay. What is finance? Can anybody tell me what is finance according to you?
Okay.
Don't
Once.
think about right and wrong. You're welcome to answer. What is finance?
Act of raising or managing funds.
Very good, Smriti. Act of raising and managing the funds. Very good. Others?
Ma'am, managing the affairs
Ma'am,
of money in the business.
the management
Very
of
good,
large
Mansi.
amounts of money.
Okay.
The management of large amounts of money, especially by government or larger companies.
Yes. Udbhav, you are very specific. What you are talking is about public finance. When you talk about government expenditure and income, so that is called as public finance. Very good, Udbhav. Others?
Thank you, madam.
Others? What is finance? Is it very important? Is that we have to study it separately? Why we are doing it? What do you feel? Why it's so important?
Life and blood of business.
Wow. Wow. I must say, very good. It's a lifeblood of the business. Can you please explain what is this lifeblood, Syed?
Without money or finance, no business can work, and
Very good.
business actually works for profit and growth.
Yeah, very good. Without finance, you cannot start and run your business. As without blood, we cannot survive, right? As how we cannot survive without blood, in the same way, without finance, you cannot start or you cannot run your business. Very good. Any more answers? Very rightly said, why we are studying finance and what is finance to a business. It's simply put in a one line, it's a lifeblood to the business. Okay, so we'll start. We'll see what is finance. See, the first line you will learn about finance is a lifeblood of business. Okay, like I explained you, right? Without blood, can you imagine a human to survive? No. Like that, without finance, you cannot imagine any business to start or survive. Okay, so that is a one definition or meaning of finance. And one more is the finance is the provision of money at the time when it is required. When you need a finance for your business, it is the provision of money. It is the allocation of money from where you will get the money. Suppose, for example, I need 10 lakhs to start my business. Okay. For this 10 lakhs, from where I will procure, whether I will go for my personal savings, or I will borrow from my friends, or I will borrow from the financial institutions or banks, or whether I will go for the public issue or initial public offering, that is IPO, or I may issue bonds, I may issue shares, like that. So from where I will procure this 10 lakhs money is called finance. Okay, is also called as finance. Can you please, all of you, be on mute? Whenever you have doubt, you can stop me then and there. You can unmute and ask the question. Okay, so thank you so much. Understood. So first, what is finance? Finance is the lifeblood for the business, of the business, and also finance is the provision of money. Okay, that is allocation of the money when you require it. Okay, clear? Then finance is an art and science of managing money. You have this question, right? Like you might have studied in your 12th standard also. Accounting is an art or finance, or art or science. You will learn it as accounting is an art and also as science. Why it is called like that? Accounting is an art and also a science. Can anybody?
It needs creativity and hence it's art, and then we even follow principles and hence it's money.
Very good, Varshita. Very good, rightly said. The same applies to finance. Finance is an art because you should know how to manage the money. That's all a critical thinking, right? From the best source you have to allocate, from where you can procure the money, and the best investment strategy you have to make. Suppose, for example, you have 2 to 3 projects and your money is limited. You have only 10 lakhs, okay, and you have 3 proposals. See, always life throws a number of alternatives to you. It is you who will select the best alternative for you, the best which suits for you, then you will try to invest in that. The same with the finance. You have 10 lakhs money and you have 3 projects lined up. So in which project you are going to invest, or in which project you are going to select from A, B, C. Okay. So finance is an art. Why it's an art? You have to know, or you have to make that rigorous thinking, rigorous workings. Like you cannot decide as like that only by a word of mouth like that. It all takes a huge calculations where you decide which project you have to invest in. Okay. Finance is an art because you should know that management, and it is also a science because these you are taking a decision based on the techniques. Okay, you are not taking a decision just like that. Okay, finance is an art and also science of managing money. Why it is called as science? Because it is based on the techniques. Why it is called as an art? Because a human brain is into that. You should know the technique, or you should make that critical thinking behind the principles. Okay, so finance is an art and the science of managing money. And next, finance is the management of money. Most of you have written in the Padlet, right? Finance is the management of money, which can include investing. Yes, how you are going to manage the money. So you have like the better you manage, the better you will be, in the better position you will be, or else you will be end up with losses, or you should borrow money from others, and that's all a very big that's a different scenario only. So how better you manage the money, the better peaceful life you can live in. So which managing money, like which can include the investing, renting, how much money you save, how much you lend, how much you like budgeting, also budgeting for the what you say a few, because for the future events, or because our life is all uncertain, like you have to keep some money safe side. Yes. So suppose I receive 1 lakh salary. So how much I will I will be putting my money into investing, how much I would be putting my money into saving, how much I can lend it, like that. You will segregate your salary, right? You will not put it only in expenditure, or you will not put it only in spending. So some amount of money you will put aside for investing, some amount for saving, some amount for budgeting, for like next you should save money for the future also. That's called a budgeting. Or you will plan, like suppose for example next month I'm going there might be a gathering in my house, a function. So what is the money which I can put aside for that gathering or a function, like that. So budgeting, I'm okay. So finally, Finance is the management of the monetary affairs of the company. Okay. Not only this finance, not only important in the business, from our personal life, in our personal life also, it plays a very vital role to lead a peaceful and happy life. Okay. Any doubts in this slide? Any of the word which you haven't understood? Any of the meaning which you haven't understood out of these 5? Shall I move on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then, as we have seen in one of the definition, finance is managing of money. Now, we should understand what is money. Okay. What is money? Anybody? What is money?
It's any medium of exchange that has a intrinsic value attached to it.
Very good, Khadri. You all are very professional. Huh? Like, nice, good to hear that. Money is a medium of exchange. Very good, Wahida. I'm sorry if I have spelled your name wrongly. Khadri, I think. Any others? Others? What is money? Meaning of money? Simple, right? Money is a medium of exchange where you can purchase the goods or exchange for money. You purchase the goods or anything you can purchase. So simply put together, money is a medium of exchange, store of a value, measure of a value, and standard of deferred payments is called money. So you will pay money and you will get that money is worth a product, a value which is equal. Suppose if I pay 100 rupees for a product to be purchased, that product is worth of rupees 100. So it's like a medium which you get the goods for a money, for some medium. Okay. So prior to this money, I would like to put some focus on this evolution of money. Okay. Prior to this medium of exchange or prior to this currency, can you make out anything from these pictures? What was the medium of exchange then?
Barter system.
Barter system, very good. Barter system. Barter system. What is barter system?
Exchanging goods for goods.
Exchange the goods for goods, because there is no money in those days, right? So that's why they used to exchange the goods for goods. Suppose if I want tomatoes, I'll give gold, you will give tomatoes. There is no equal value, right? Gold has more value than tomatoes, but as there was no currency then, they used to exchange goods for goods. Okay. So as money definition we have seen, it's a store for value, but barter system was not store for value. See, in the above picture, he's exchanging apples for hen. Here some rice for tomatoes. Both have different value. Rice is too costly than tomatoes. Yes, but then even then, because they want the goods, they used to exchange goods to goods. That is called barter system. Okay. So in olden days, goods were exchanged for goods. There was no money, as we all know. This system of exchange was known as barter system. Now it is then money. A common medium of exchange is money. Okay. So evolution of money, to have a clear idea. See, barter system, then move on to the gold. After barter system, as now we are using money as a medium of exchange. Then in golden period, gold standards, gold used to be used as a medium of exchange. Then metal coins, like I think in our grandfathers' days, they use this metal coins like annas, if you know annas. They used to use these metal coins as a medium of exchange. Then later it has been evolved to paper money. Yes, paper money as we use notes, 100 rupee, 200 rupee, 10 rupee, 5 rupee, 20, like that, paper money. Then from them, plastic cards, digital money. These days we use, right? We don't carry cash. So either we use cards or UPI, that is electronic money we do transfer through UPI, scan and pay it off. Then now it's a period of cryptocurrency. Understood. See how the evolution of money has been evolved from barter to the cryptocurrency. Bitcoin trading is now, which has been in trend. Okay, understood. Understood money and evolution of money. Okay, so having understood what is finance and what is money, as we have read the first line in the first slide, that finance is lifeblood of a business. Okay, lifeblood of a business. So now we should understand what are the various types of businesses we can start or which are in existence. Okay, so the first one is sole proprietorship. What is sole proprietorship? What is sole proprietorship?
A single person starts a business with his own resources and money.
Very good, Mansi. So the business which is owned or started by the one person is called sole proprietorship. Yes, exactly. So a sole proprietorship, it's also known as individual entrepreneurship, and the sole proprietorship is a type of business which is owned by one individual or which is run by one individual only. And the sole proprietorships need not get registered under any act. They can start if you have money, if you have that interest to start your own business with your own investment, then you can start a small sole proprietorship business. Any examples you would like to give here? Sole proprietorship business that you know, any examples?
A
Understood,
kirana
right?
shop.
Yes, very good. Kirana shops.
Ma'am,
Any
street
small
vendors.
Yeah, street vendors, very good. Any small businesses we see, right, which is run by one individual.
Retail shops.
Retail shops, medical shops, anything, any business which is owned and started by one individual is called sole proprietorship business. And this business need not get registered, or it is not a legal entity. It is a simple form of business what you can start, sole proprietorship. Okay, so the next one you can see as in the picture, partnership. What do you mean by partnership?
We share our business with 2 or more people.
Yeah.
Two
So
people having same interests, common interests, and coming together to make profits.
very good, very good.
Ma'am, I'll tell one thing. Ma'am, means
Yeah,
two
yeah.
people will come together, ma'am, to work together for a business
Yes.
or a company.
Yes, fantastic. What you all said is very right, where 2 or more people come together to with a common interest to share all the profits and losses of the business is called partnership. Am I right? Partnership. And this partnership, like it's not mandatory to register under Partnership Act 1931, but if you register as a partnership business under this act, you will be enjoying the legal privileges, or you will have a separate legal entity. Suppose if one of the partner cheats you, or he's not doing well, or he's not following the terms or conditions of your partnership business, you can sue him in the court of the law. Okay, even though it's not mandatory, but it is always suggestible for a partnership firm to get registered under as a partnership under the Partnership Act 1931. So what is this partnership? Where 2 or more people who have common interests, they come together to share the ownership, responsibility, profits and losses or profits and losses of a business. Okay, that is called partnership. So this is one form of business where you can think of. See, whether it may be sole proprietorship, whether it may be partnership, whether it may be company, whether it may be a one-person company, for all this, finance is the same, right? Finance is the lifeblood of the business. Now, can you tell me what is a company? Can you tell me what is a company? Sorry.
A brand, I guess.
Varaprakash, can you please repeat?
A brand.
Big brand.
Yes.
Okay. Good try. Others. What is a company? No? Okay, let me tell you. Companies is a legal entity, okay, which is registered under Companies Act 1956, but now it is Companies Act 2013 or any such similar act which is registered as a company, okay, it's called a company. Company, moreover, if you split here, com or com and pani, right? See, com, this is a Latin word, com, that is together. Com means together. Pani means bread. That means sharing together bread. Okay, companies. Here also we have read two or more people. Like, in fact, if you further classify this company, it's like private company and a public company. Private company, to start a private company, you need minimum 2 people and maximum 100. Okay. And if to start a public company, you need minimum 7 people and maximum unlimited people. Okay. Here also you have 2 or more people. You need 2 or more people to start a company. Okay. And this is a Latin word which is split 2 into 2. Com means together, pani means bread, sharing together the bread. That is same as partnership, how we have studied, sharing, people coming with a common interest, sharing together the profits and losses. The same you can apply here. And it is a corporation which is registered under Companies Act 1956 or an existing company, that is now Companies Act 2013, we call it as amended. Okay. Or any other previous act, if you are registering yourself as a corporation, it is called company. Now, understood, right? What is partnership and what is company? Can you tell me the difference between partnership and company by understanding these two? See, here also we have 2 or more people. In partnership also we have 2 or more people. Yes, there here also profits and losses are shared together, like according to their capital ratio or according to their profit sharing ratio. Okay. Then what is the difference between a partnership and a company?
It's mandatory to be registered.
Partnership, it's not need not be registered, but company, you have to register. Very good point. Very good point. Any other difference? Any other difference?
Partnership is guided by Partnership Act and companies.
Okay, partnership, registered Partnership Act 1931, Companies Act 1956. Very good. Any other difference? One major difference between
Companies
these two.
can raise money by investments.
Yeah, madam.
Very good, South. Can we have a big round of applause to South? Very good. Companies can raise money through public issue. Yes, they can go for a public issue or IPO and get money from the public. But in partnership, you cannot go for a public issue. You cannot raise money through public. Okay. That is the major difference between partnership and company. Now you got it, everyone? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam, got it.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am. Can
Aryan, tell me.
Can partnership also happen in a company, ma'am?
Partnership can also
happen in the company.
Yeah, the partnership also can convert into a company by registering itself into as a company under Companies Act 2013.
Legal
It
entity.
can convert, provided it should comply with all the minimum requirements, like which company, private company or public company. Private company has its own requirements, public company has its own requirements. If you are able to do this, definitely the partnership can also be converted into as a company. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yes,
Aryan. Okay, now got it, right? Now, the most, what you can say, new concept, what we can see here is one person company. This is the recent one person company. See, the name itself tells you there is one person in a company. There is one person who starts the company and who is running the company. Yes, the name itself tells us. Now, tell me the difference between the sole proprietorship and one-person company. In sole proprietorship also, there is only one company, one person, sorry. And in one-person company also, there is one person. Then why two? What is the difference between these two?
Ma'am, in sole proprietorship, the person will invest his own money.
Okay.
And in one person company, he can raise funds.
Okay, let me correct you. Like this was only a guesswork what you are doing. I appreciate that you have answered it. So in this one person company is also treated as a private limited company only. Okay, here also it cannot go for public issue. One person company is treated as a private limited company. The only thing is, the only difference is in sole proprietorship or sole proprietorship business, you need not register. Okay, you need not register. If you are not registering yourself, that means what? Your business and the owner is same. Okay, we have one beautiful concept in the accounting is called entity concept. If you are from accounting background, we have 10 concepts and 4 conventions. I think you remember 10 concepts and 4 conventions in accounting concepts and conventions you have studied. The first concept, what it talks, entity concept, business entity concept. So what is that concept? What that concept tells you? That business is separate and owner is separate. Am I right? Am I right? Heard about this concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Business is separate and owner is separate. That means what? The business liabilities are not shared by the owner assets. Owner is a different person and a business is a different person as a business entity concept. When this concept will apply on you when you get register yourself as a company. Okay, as a company. So sole proprietorship, you are not getting registered anywhere. That means what? Your business and the owner is one. That means any loss in the business, your personal assets will be liable to pay the debts of the business. Am I right? But in the beautiful thing about one person company is one person company is treated as a private company and a separate legal entity. That means what? Business is separate and owner is separate. Business liabilities you cannot pay from the owner assets. Okay, owner assets are nowhere liable to pay the business liabilities. Only to differentiate this one person company is been introduced into the act, which is a very new concept. And you all, like with this, what happens? You get lot of encouragement, right? To like only to boost up the startups, only to encourage the people who are willing to start the business. This new concept of one person company has been introduced in the Companies Act 2013. In Companies of 1956, this concept was not there. This was the new amendment in 2013, where you can start a company by one person, that to a separate legal entity, where you have a lot of scope to do your business. Understood? See, why the people will be scared to start a sole proprietorship business is this only. Because if there is any business means loss, right? If there is any loss in the business, your assets will be liable. Arey, kaun ye risk leta? No, right? Nobody will be willing to take this risk. That's why then the scope for entrepreneurs or starting new businesses will be confined. So to increase that, this one person company has been introduced in the Companies Act 2013. This is the difference between sole proprietorship and one person company. Got it? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have understood what are the types of businesses. What are the types of businesses? Can you tell me briefly? Points just.
Sole proprietorship, partnerships, companies, and one-person company.
One-person company.
Very good. Sole proprietorship, partnership, company, and one-person company. Now, we have understood what is finance, what is money, and we have also understood what are the various types of businesses which exist. Okay, now it's time to understand what is the difference between finance and accounting. Is there any difference, finance and accounting, or these two words are the same?
No, they're not the same. Accounting is a part of finance, but finance is a much broader concept.
Very good, Vibe. Very good. Fantastic. Very nice. Accounting is a part of finance. Okay. Any other answers? Try.
Finance would refer to allocation of funds, while as accounting would refer to the management of said funds that have been allocated.
Very good. A finance is allocation of funds. Accounting is the recording of transactions. What you can summarize? What your point? Very good. Nice. Any other answers? Whatever you know, you tell. Don't think about right or wrong. We all are here to learn. Okay. So tell me, what is difference? Any other answers? Both are same? No. Both are two different terms, finance and accounting. Okay. So accounting is mainly concerned with recording of day-to-day transactions. Okay.
Ma'am, accounting focuses on day-to-day flow of money
Yes.
in and out of company or institution, whereas finance is a broader term for the management of assets and liabilities.
Okay. Very good, Udbhav.
Thank you.
Udbhav was telling the same. The accounting concentrates on recording or managing the day-to-day activities or recording of the transactions of the day-to-day activities. That means what? Accounting is concentrating on the present, right? Accounting, recording of day-to-day activities. That means it is focusing on present. Finance, one of our friend has rightly pointed out, finance is allocation of money. That means what? You are predicting the future. You are thinking about the future. Yes. Clear. One point we got it right. Accounting mainly focuses or records the past transactions in the present, because already the transactions, whatever occurred in a day, you will record those transactions. That means accounting concentrates on past, finance concentrates on present and future. Okay, allocation of money. So you can summarize like this: accounting, like finance starts where the accounting ends. Accounting ends with the recording of the transactions. Finance begins from there. So what is the money which is required for tomorrow or today, like where I can invest, where I can make more money, or in which projects I have to invest to maximize my wealth, maximize the shareholders' wealth, maximize the maximize the firm's value, like that. Okay, that means accounting and finance are two different terms. Accounting is a part of finance. See how you can predict the future and how you can think about the present when you have the past data with you, right? When you have the past data with you, then only you can think about the present or you can predict the future. When you don't have the past data, then it's impossible for you, right? Because you don't know the crux of the business. How you will predict the future and you will work on the present? So that's why accounting is a part of finance. Both are two different terms. And this is one of the interview questions which your interview companies ask when you go for a finance role or accounting role into the company. Okay, so let us summarize. Financial accounting concentrates on the record keeping and submitting of the financial statements. Okay, like after recording all the transactions, what all you will submit? What are the financial statements you submit to the management or to all the stakeholders? What are the various financial statements you prepare at the end of the accounting?
Balance sheet.
Balance sheet.
Yeah, balance sheet.
P&L account.
P&L account. Very good. P&L account and balance sheet are two basic financial statements which you will submit at the end of the accounting period. Right, very good. And finance focuses on making decisions. Now what finance does? Finance will take these P&L and balance sheet, what you have submitted. On that basis, it will see, okay, there is surplus money, there is idle cash in the business. So what I can do? I can invest in some investment opportunity where I can get more return, like that. Okay, it will focus and it will take decisions accordingly based on the accounting information what you submit. That's why Financial accounting tends to be more concerned with the past because you will record all the transactions, what happened in the past, and you will prepare the financial statements. You will not prepare daily the financial statements, right? Right from the 1st April to 31st March, if you are following the financial year, or if you are following the calendar year, January to December, you will prepare at the end, and you will prepare the P&L and balance sheet and submit to the management or the stakeholders. So based on that, the finance will start from there. What is your business doing? What are the surplus amount? If there is a deficit amount, how you can compensate that? If it is a surplus amount, what you can do with that surplus amount? From there, the finance begins. Okay, so finance tends to be more interesting in present and the future. So this is a difference between finance and accounting. Understood? Any doubts in this? Any doubts in this slide?
No,
Finance and accounting?
Oh, ma'am, got it.
Okay, okay. Then what are the features of finance? Channelizing the funds. So the first feature is the channelizing the funds. What is this channelizing the funds? So financial markets and these financial services will, like what you say, they'll provide a platform. Okay, they'll provide a platform for this channelizing the funds. That means what? The people who have surplus money will be channelized or will be sent or will be the people who have surplus money will be investing into or will be diversifying their funds to the people who are in need. That means they are not doing your charity. Okay, you are investing the money, you are investing in the shares because you have the surplus money and the company has raised the public issue. That means the company is in need of money and you have surplus money. How you are going to do this? How you are going to this channelizing of the funds? It is connecting, right? It is connecting two people. Who are those two people? The people who have surplus money and the people who are in need of money. It will provide you a platform. That is, financial markets and financial institutions provide this platform to channelize the funds between these two people. Suppose if you are investing, you will go through BSE or NSE platform, or if you want to invest in mutual funds also, like all the mutual funds agencies, you are the person who have money and you will be investing into the fund. That means the mutual fund is a platform where you are investing into the shares or investing into the stocks. You are not directly investing into the stocks trading, but you are indirectly investing into the mutual funds only because, see, this mutual fund is connecting with these two people, the people who have money and the people who are in need of money. And what that is channelizing of the funds. So this is done by financial markets and the financial institutions. So that is the first feature of the finance. And the second feature of the finance is acquisition, allocation, and utilization of the funds. As I told you, acquisition of the funds. So how much money you need, how much money a business needs. Suppose 1 lakh, and this 1 lakh from where you are going to procure. Suppose 50,000 is my personal savings, 50,000 I'll go for a bank loan. I'm allocating the money which is required for my business. And utilization of money. Now I have pooled my 1 lakh. Now how much I will retain in the business to run my day-to-day operations, and how much money I will be investing in my fixed assets and the current assets. To run my business, I need assets, right? I need building, I need machinery and all that. So how much I'm going to utilize it? Acquisition, allocation, and utilization of the funds. Okay, that is the second feature of the finance. And the third feature is maximization of the shareholders' wealth. So the beauty of finance is whatever decision you take as a chief financial officer or a finance manager, we should be with an objective to maximize the shareholders' wealth. What is this shareholders' wealth? For example, in 2021, I purchased TCS company share for ₹100. Okay, in 2021, I purchased TCS company share 100 rupees for 100 rupees. For example, this next year also in 2022 also, if the TCS company share is being quoted 100 rupees only, okay, now also it's 100 and next year also it's 100. Do you think there is a change in the wealth of the company? There is a change in the shareholders' wealth of the company? Do you think? Is there a change or not? Is there
No,
an
ma'am.
increase or decrease? There is no change. Then do you think the investors will be investing in TCS company?
No, ma'am.
No. Why? Because there is no increase in the wealth. If there is no increase in the investment, what I am doing it or what you are investing it, nobody feel like investing in those shares or investing in those companies, right? So whatever decision you take in a company as a chief financial officer should be with an objective to increase your shareholders' wealth. Suppose this 2021 I'm purchasing TCS for 100 rupees. In 2022, at least it should be 200 or 250, suppose 100% or at least 150 or 180. Then you can attract the investors when you are going for public issue the next time, or else you will not see any people or any investors subscribing for your shares. So maximizing of the shareholders' wealth. That's why each and every decision as a chief financial officer you take in the company should be with an objective of this, and you will see whatever decision you take, maybe it is allocation of money, maybe it is utilization of funds, you will see the best way. Allocation of money means you are getting money, right? 1 lakh I need, 50,000 I have, 50,000 I'm getting from the bank. You will see while getting that 50,000, which bank offers you with less interest. Yes, less cost of capital. Then you will choose that particular option. You will not go and choose some bank which gives a higher rate of interest. Will you do that? Will you do that? What happens if you do that? What happens if you do that?
Profits will come down.
Profits will come down. Very good, Saburi. Profits will come down. When profits come down, do you think you will maximize your shareholders' wealth?
No, ma'am.
No, because you don't have any like you don't have enough money to diversify, to expand your business. Like how your shareholders' wealth will be maximized? And if the shareholders' wealth is not maximized, and whenever you go for an issue, or you cannot sustain in the market for a longer period. So that's why for each decision, what you take as a financial manager should be with the objective of the shareholders' wealth. That is one more feature of the finance. And the fourth feature is future decision making. Just now we have seen the difference between accounting and finance. Finance is all about future. So how efficiently and how effectively you work on this, and how efficient, effective decisions you take to maximize the shareholders' wealth, like that, it helps in the future decision making. You will not take straight away by seeing or whatever comes to your mind. We will not make that. Should be properly, what you say, supported by the figures, data, calculations, and you will try to see that you will take a very like what very wise decision for the company. Okay. Then optimal mix of funds. I was just telling you, right? Suppose I need 1 lakh for my business. Okay. So I have only 50,000. This 50 next to 50,000, I need to start my business. This 50,000, I can go directly for a bank loan, or I can also have a option from this 50,000. If I'm going for bank loan, it is costing me too much. Okay. What I'll do, from 50,000, I will issue debentures. Debentures is also like a debt which you are issuing, like you are raising money through debt. Instead of going directly to the bank, okay, you will raise 25,000 as debt, you will get money, and 25,000 you will go for a bank loan. I'm segregating it. See, 50,000 my money, 25,000 is my debt which I am issuing, and 25,000 only I'm going for a bank loan. What I'm doing, why I'm doing like this, straight away I can go 1 lakh to the bank loan, right? Straight away, if I go 1 lakh to the bank loan, it will cost me more. If it is costing me more, my profits will come down. If my profits will come down, my shareholders' wealth will not get maximized. My ultimate objective for the business is a shareholders' wealth. But if I'm going directly 1 lakh to the bank loan, here my wealth is not getting maximized. That's why I'm designing an optimal capital structure where I will procure money for less cost and Also, when I'm procuring it as less cost, my profits will not decrease so much. I have money, enough money to operate my business. I can do my business effectively without borrowing any money from outside, and my objective of shareholders' wealth will be matched, will be reached. That's why you will frame like this optimal mix of funds. Okay, that is also called as optimal capital structure. When you study financial management, you'll study more in depth about this concept. Okay, any doubts in these 5 points, features of finance? Have you all understood?
No doubt, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, there is one more thing. Investment opportunities. like we have discussed no till now, like you have 1 lakh money. Now you should see what is the best investment opportunity you can make. So 1 lakh money, I will put 50,000 for my working capital, which I need to run, to run my day-to-day business activities. This 50,000 I can invest. I can invest to generate money, right? So I have 2 to 3 options where which option I will be choosing, which will be best suited for the company. That means that investment opportunity should also be with a view of maximization of the shareholders' wealth. Okay. So same, whatever decision you take, whether it may be investment opportunity, whether it may be procurement of money, whether it may be dividend decisions, it should be with an objective of maximizing shareholders' wealth. Okay, these are the features of finance. Then the next important concept which we have to learn is what is the aim, what is the objective of this finance function in any business. Anticipation of funds needed. See, we have learned, right? Finance is all about the future and present. Accounting is all about the past. Okay, so the first objective of finance function is anticipation of funds needed. You should be able to predict what is the money which you need for this so and so project. When you are able to predict that amount of money, so that what you can do, you can allocate, or you can what you can say, you can know from where you have to procure the money. Okay, so the first objective of finance function is anticipation of the funds needed, prediction of the how much money you need to start or to run or for any new project to invest in. If you know how much money you need, then you can accordingly arrange that money. Okay, so that is the first function, first objective. And the second is acquire the anticipated funds. You know, for the upcoming project, you need 10 lakhs money. You have predicted now. Now you will plan from where I can procure this 10 lakhs. Okay, without predicting, suddenly your company has to start business, then you cannot start suddenly, right? That needs a very huge background work and so much of things that you have to do. So once you predict 10 lakhs money, you need to start a new project. Okay, now you will think from where I can procure my 10 lakhs. Okay, from my business, I can accommodate 3 lakhs. Okay, I can go for public issue of equity shares of 5 lakhs, total 8 lakhs ho gaya. Then 2 lakhs I can go for a bank loan. Okay, like that you can acquire the anticipated funds what you need. Then third objective is allocation and utilization of funds. First, you are anticipating, predicting what is the amount of fund which you need. Now you will try to acquire the amount, whatever you need. Now you will allocate. Okay, I got my 10 lakhs, what I need. Now I will be allocating the money. Okay, like for current assets, for fixed assets, for all the workings, to run, to set up the company, to set up the project, manpower. Now you will allocate feasibly. So whatever decision you take in all these should be with an objective of wealth maximization of the shareholders or value maximization of the firm. Both are one and the same. Allocation and utilization of the funds. That is the third objective of the finance function. Now the fourth is increase profitability. Okay, so there is two main objectives for any business. One is profit maximization, one is wealth maximization. Okay, profit maximization is a short term, like once you earn the profits, that's a different concept totally, profit maximization and wealth maximization. So I'll, at this point of time, I'll tell you in a straight line with a one word that all the business objective should be wealth maximization than profit maximization. Okay. So when you are aiming for wealth maximization, that means you are achieving profit automatically. Your profit maximization objective is achieved when you are aiming for wealth maximization. Wealth maximization is a higher one. Profit is the down one. So when you are aiming this profit maximization is already achieved. But when your business objective is only to maximize the profit, that means you cannot reach this level. Okay, you will stop here only. That's why aim big. Okay, got it? Increase profitability. Then I told you, right, maximizing firm's value. Whatever decision you take in a company should be with an objective of increasing wealth of the shareholders or maximizing firm's value. Both are one and the same. Okay, understood? Understood? Aim of finance function. Any doubts in
Yes,
this?
ma'am. No.
Any
No,
doubts?
no more doubts, madam.
Okay. Yes, Udbhav, you are telling something?
Nothing, ma'am. Continue to the next topic.
Okay. Now, having understood the finance concepts, now we should understand what are the various types of finance we have, classification of finance. 3 types of finance we'll talk about. Sorry, personal finance, corporate finance, and public finance. Okay, personal finance. What is personal finance? Any guesses? What is personal finance? What do you understand by this word? It's only
Money
a
you
guess.
have.
Saif, come again.
Money you have.
Money you have. Okay, you means individual, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Money you have. Okay. Any guesses? It's only a guess. No harm in that, right?
One's personal saving.
Personal savings, very good. South. And
our living requirements for day-to-day life.
yes, living requirements. Very good, Aisha. And see, the name itself gives us the meaning, right? So all the financial activities, all the finance activities relating to an individual. Okay, all the finance activities relating to an individual is called finance, is called personal finance. What are the individual financial activities? Tell me. What are the individual financial activities? What you do in our day-to-day life? Come on, it's easy, right? What our mothers do, parents do at home, what we do. What are the individual financial activities which we take care, which we calculate, which we do in our day-to-day life?
Buying.
Sound bit louder.
Buying stuff.
Buying, expenditure.
Yes,
very good.
Payments of bills and
payments of bills. Yes.
And calculating the expenses and all for the month.
Yes, calculating the expenditure. Very good. Rightly sets out. So what is my income? First thing, right? First you will write what is the income, like our fathers give money to our mothers, right? Like for the household expenditure. What is the money that your mother received and what are the expenditures which she has to meet, and some amount she'll put it as savings. Am I right? So personal finance is also what is our salary, what are our expenditures this month, and what should be kept as a reserve money for in meeting the what you say unpredictable or future expenditures. Some amount of money we'll put and some amount of money we will allocate it to savings. Correct? It's nothing but personal finance. Okay. And what is corporate finance? Corporate. the answer lies in that only, corporate. Understood? Personal finance, understood?
Like for the company's sake.
Very good, Varaprakash. The same what we have discussed for personal finance, the same if you are doing it for a company, it's called a corporate finance. Okay, all the financial requirements, the financial activities, if you are doing it for a business, for a corporate, it's called a corporate finance. Very good. Then what is public finance? Public.
Taxing and insurance policies.
Okay,
Include-
taxing and insurance. Very good. I'll tell you, I'll correct. What you said is absolutely right, but one word is missing there. I'll correct that. Public finance.
Allocation of budgets.
Allocation of budgets. Very good, Saif.
It is done by the government.
It's related to government.
Yes, very good. Smriti and Sai Saburi. Very good. So what Aisha said was exactly right. Taxes and one more word she used. That is also government, right? We pay taxes to the government. That means what? Taxes is one of the income for the government. Very good. And as South said, budgeting of the expenditure for the public, right? For the government. That's also public finance. So the other two you were telling, what you are telling? Sorry. Okay. All the
Is pension comes under public finance?
Pension, government pension you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, government pension which government offers to nowadays these old age people or widows or what you say, Sukanya Samriddhi, some programs are there, no? That's all a government expenditure. That is nothing but a public finance. That means what? All the financial activities like expenditure, income and budgets by government is called public finance. If this is all done by the government, that it's called a public finance. See, for the government, the income will be the taxes what we pay. Yes, various types of taxes what we pay. It may be a road tax, or it may be a property tax, it may be a income tax. Yes, it may be a GST. That is all. And what is expenditure? What government plans, like to construct the roads, to construct the flyovers, and what are the now various policies of government which it gives pensions to old age, to widows or to the girl childs, like that. That's the expenditure planned by the government. And also government prepares budget for the next year. That's also public finance. Okay, clear? What is personal finance? Financial activities of an individual. Corporate finance, financial activities of a company. Public finance, financial activities of a government. Clear? See, all the answers you only have given, nothing more to discuss. See, personal finance. Personal finance, investing and managing the funds of an individual, like how much you get money, how much you will spend, how much you will save, and how much you will invest. Okay, personal finance. Then corporate finance is about funding the company's expenses and building the capital structure, like how we are going to procure the money, how we are going to allocate the resources, how you plan the financial activities. That's about a company. It's called a corporate finance. Then public finance. Public finance is related with the allocation of funds and money by the government into different areas. It is a study of finance related to the government entities, like how much the government is going to spend this year. Okay, how much, what is the budget of the next year, how much money the government will be receiving this year. Based on that, it's called a public finance. How much money it will receive, based on that it will plan the expenditure, right? So that is public finance. Financial activities about the government entities. Now, having understood all this, we should now learn what is time value of money. Really, the money has time value? Yes, the money has time value, or the money has no time value?
Yes, it does.
It does. the money has definitely a time value. Okay, why the money? Okay, after this I will ask you. I'll postpone my question. Okay, so time value of money. That means what? A rupee which you are receiving today will have more value than the rupee which you are yet to receive tomorrow. Why is it so?
When the
Why
economy
today's money
rises,
has more value than tomorrow's money?
when
Due to
econ
inflation.
Due to inflation. Very higher end of answer, Musaid. Very good. Any other answers?
Foreign
Why today?
exchange.
Foreign exchange. You mean dollar value?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Very good. Nice.
GDP and how the financial institutes are working.
Okay. GDP and financial institutions. Okay.
when the
Hmm.
when the economy rises, the price value of a rupee decreases.
But economy rises, price value of
Of a
rupee. That
rupee
is
decreases.
inflation, what you are telling.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. And yeah, as we rightly heard from all of you, that rupee today has more value than the rupee which you are receiving tomorrow. Why? Because see, rupee tomorrow. Tomorrow, if anybody of us have seen tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Do we see today? What is tomorrow?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am, we don't.
No, we cannot see tomorrow, right? We can see only today. Okay, we cannot see even the next minute what will happen.
We
Okay?
cannot see the future, ma'am.
We cannot see the future. That means what? Future is always uncertain. Future is always uncertain. Future is always unpredictable. You cannot predict 100% what is going to happen next minute or next day, anything like that. That's why the rupee today has more value than the rupee which is yet to receive tomorrow because of uncertainty. Suppose if I promise you to pay 100 rupees tomorrow, like, can you give me 100% assurance that definitely I'm going to pay tomorrow? No, because anything can happen in between this, right? Like I may be met with an accident, okay, or I may become insolvent by tomorrow, so that I will be not able to pay your money. I'll just file IP petition in the court of law and I will not pay your money. Yes, anything can happen in the future, or you may be somewhere else. Okay, anything can happen with you and me. That's why what you receive today has more value than what you receive tomorrow. Because if you receive today, what you can do, you can invest immediately in any other investment options, and 100 rupees you can make it as 120 rupees or at least 110 rupees. Okay, but the money which you are yet to receive tomorrow, you will receive 100. So the money which you are receiving today and tomorrow, the value will not be same, because the money which you receive today, at the end of the day, it will be 120. The same money if you receive tomorrow will be 100. So there's a difference between 100 and 120. Are you getting me? So what you receive today at present has more value, because anything you can do with this. Either you can invest in other investment opportunities and you can increase your money, or you can purchase, like I like one dress, I will purchase and I will be more happy. I don't know whether if you give me money tomorrow, you will give me, whether I don't know that dress will exist till tomorrow or not. Somebody may purchase, right? It will be out of stock. Then my what you say, my satisfaction will not be achieved. So if you receive money today, you can do much more things. That's why money today has more value than the money which is received tomorrow, because of these following reasons. Earning power. See, today money, you have more earning power. You can do n number of things with this today's money. You can invest, you can purchase, you can whatever, whatnot you can do. You can use it, right? So tomorrow you will receive or not, nobody knows. Nobody have seen also. Changes in prices. Same thing. For example, today the gold price is 48,900 something. Okay. Suppose if you have 48,900 today, you will purchase the gold. Tomorrow, suddenly the gold price will rise up to 50,400, for example. So you are not able to grab this opportunity of purchasing gold at 48,000 if you haven't received money today. You have to again tomorrow. If you don't have money today, you have to purchase the same gold, same quantity for 50,000. Change in prices. Okay. Then uncertainty, as I told you, future is always uncertain. Anything can happen at any point of time. Please be on mute, Satvik.
Co-host, co-host. Co-host host very.
I'm muted. Okay. Then personal consumption preferences. The dress example, if I have money, I can purchase dress. Tomorrow may or may not be, I will get the same dress which I want, right? Personal consumption preferences. This is the concept of time value of money. Understood? Have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us come to the organizational structure, how this finance will be in an organization, how it's going to divide according to their roles. Okay. There will be one head, which is Chief Financial Officer, Treasurer and Controller. Treasurer, all the cash management activities or banking relationships, or how he can raise the capital, allocate the money, and all that is taken care by the treasurer. Like if you go to a bank, there will be a treasurer sitting in that cash counter seat. He will manage the cash, like deposits and deposits and payment, withdrawals. Okay. And that's handled by the treasurer in the organization. Okay. Then controller, as the name itself gives you, controlling of the finance transactions, like he will take care about the taxes, what to be paid, and he will do the accounting process, and also at the end financial reporting to the management on the stakeholders. Okay, treasurer and the controller. Just to give you an idea what kind of role you have to be, like you can get into. Okay. So as till now we were talking about finance, Chief Financial Officer. So it's not the organization, right? It's not one laptop or one system or one building which will take care about all these financial activities. Definitely there will be a human being. There will be a person who will be taking care of all these financial activities which we have studied till now. Okay. So what is the role of these financial managers or chief financial officers in an organization? Okay. So financial planning, the first role of the financial managers will be the financial planning like budgeting, predicting what is the amount which is required tomorrow or for the next project, for the next to start up a company and all this. Okay. Or to start up a new project or a new venture, or if you are going to diversify the plan or diversify your business, what is the finance, what is required, predictions. So then source identification, as we were discussing, right? What is the from where you can procure the money? Like suppose 10 lakhs which you need, from where you will procure? Source identification, proper source identification you have to get into, because you have to minimize the cost of capital, that is cost of borrowing, in order to maximize the shareholders' wealth. Okay. Then raising of funds, how you can raise the funds. Then investment of funds, like you have procured the money, you have raised the 10 lakhs. Now how you are going to allocate the money, investment of the funds. Okay. Then protection of the capital, like how much, you have various types of capital, right? Like for example, equity share capital, preference share capital, like how much you are going to segregate, like how much you are going to divide, what will be your equity capital, what will be your preference capital. These decisions will also be taken in with the in the light of return and risk. Always your risk should be less, the return should be more, and the cost should be less, or risk and return analysis, what we call it as.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
from today onwards for second year and third year students, classes started now, ma'am.
Yes, Udbhav. Why you all of a sudden you got reminded this? What happened, Udbhav?
Nothing happened, man. I came to know the news. When will our classes start? I was asking offline.
We'll let you know. Okay, before that you like you do the vaccination procedure and all that, then you be ready. Whenever we call, you can come to the college.
Yes, ma'am. I'm fully vaccinated, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay, then distribution of profit. As you know, business earns profit. As the shareholders invest into the business, the dividends also be distributed to the dividends. Sorry, dividends should also be distributed to the shareholders. What is dividend? Distribution of profit. As I'm investing in your company, there should be some return for me, right? Why should I invest in your company? For dividend, most of the people will invest, and these dividends are nothing but distribution of profits. Okay. So how much profits you are going to distribute as dividend, and how much profit you are going to retain in your company. Then managing funds, forecasting cash flows, forecasting future profits. Yes, what is the amount of cash flow which you receive for this project? One second. No? Forecasting the cash flows, like how you decide before investing into the project whether you have to invest in or not. What you do first, you will see what is the investment for that project and what are the estimated cash flows which you receive. Based on that, you will take a wise decision whether you invest in the project or not. If your cash flows which you are receiving are less, then the investment definitely will not go for the investment, right? You will not select the project. So that's how you will make a wise decision to invest in the better project. Then forecasting future profits also, then managing the assets of the company, cost control, because that should be that is the major criteria for the financial manager, to control the cost. Yes, in order to maximize the shareholders wealth. And pricing is the cost of capital, like from where you can from where you can procure the money, where your cost of capital is very less, that particular option you have to choose. Then time schedule, suppose for the payments and all that, suppose you get a raw material from the supplier. Okay, the supplier will give you 3 months credit, because nowadays most of the business run on credit basis. Okay, so 3 months credit period is given by your supplier. Now what happens at the end of the third month or at the end of the maturity date, you have to pay back to the supplier. Yes, these all date, time schedule, date managements you will see. Okay, as a financial manager.
Means, ma'am, we have to take the credit from the supplier, ma'am.
You will not take, they will give mostly. Okay, as you sell, you also sell goods on credit. You might have seen, right, creditors and debtors in the accounting. Creditors and debtors in the accounting.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, creditors is nothing but you have to pay. That means you have purchased something on credit, then you will be paying after the credit period. Or suppose, for example, you have taken a loan from the bank. You have to pay interest by 10th of every month. You have to pay them. Who should take care of all these times, all these schedules in the organization? The financial manager. Because if you are not making payments timely, maybe you will be end up with the either bad reputation, or you may increase the cost of capital then. Okay, so you have to make the timely payments. That is the role of a financial manager in brief. Okay. Udbhav, please be on mute, Udbhav. Okay, thank you. So what is a new role of finance manager in the contemporary scenario? I hope you all understood till the last slide. Any questions? Any questions till this slide?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Nothing, madam.
Understood? Clear?
No more questions. I understood, ma'am.
Okay, new role of finance manager in contemporary scenario. So the finance manager acts as a central in audit and control practices in an organization, because he has to manage. See, you may have, who is that on unmute?
Unmuted, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay. Because see, you may have n number of departments in the organization, right? You may have marketing department, you will have HR department, you will have operations, you will have logistics, you have so many departments. But finance will be one common department which will be dealing with all other departments in the organization. And see, marketing department also needs money, HR department also needs money, every department needs money. This finance manager will act as a central in an organization who will control all the financial aspects in the organization. Okay. Then he acts as a central in strategic alliances like mergers and acquisitions. His main important role. Okay. Like when your company is going to acquire another company, then financial manager, chief financial officer will play a very vital role in this mergers and acquisitions transactions, because all that you have to calculate financial valuations, right? Like when you are acquiring other business, like for how much price you are going to acquire, you have to calculate that, like based on all the allegations or based on all the resources what they are having, what is the goodwill of that firm, goodwill of that company, okay, what are they are giving. You have to perfectly, you should rightly calculate that value for which you are going to acquire other business. Or suppose, for example, two businesses, two firms or two companies are going to be one company. Like recently, most of the banks have merged together, right? So there also the role of financial manager will come into picture. He plays a very vital and important role. Okay. Then he to work across this functional divide of company and exhibit leadership skills. As I told you, she is the person who deals with all other departments, and he should work along all the other functions in the organization. Then continuous focus and commitment towards value creation of an organization. And he is the person who will continually focus on what is the objective of financial management: maximization shareholders' wealth. Each and every decision, whatever he take in the organization, should be with the objective of value creation, increasing value of the organization. Okay. Only to lay you the importance of finance in the organization, and also what is the importance or what is the role which is played by the financial manager in the organization. Okay, I hope you all understood these two. Same what we have done: planning the finance, raising the finance, investing the finance, and also monitoring the finance. He'll plan what is the finance required for the future. He will raise the required finance whenever it needed. Investing the finance, he will invest properly and take wise decisions to increase the profit. Yes. Then after that, monitoring the finance, controlling the cost. Okay. Now we were talking till now, right? Whatever decisions the financial manager should take should be with an objective of wealth maximization. Here comes his importance. 3 important decisions which a financial manager will take in an organization. The first one is the investment decisions, like in which project you have to choose, whether you have to purchase the product or whether you have to make the product. Okay, or you have many alternatives in which project you have to choose in. So these are all various investment decisions which a financial manager should critically work out and take. Okay. Financing decisions. So what is the amount which is required by the company, from where he can procure that finance with less cost of capital and with less risk. Okay, he has to finance the decisions. He have to get the finance for the company. Investment decisions, financing decisions, and the next important is dividend decisions. So now you have you have done the investment, you got the finances, you have allocated the finances. Now your business has earned profit. Now what you will do with this profit? The one who is investing, you have to distribute this profit in the form of dividend. So what is the amount of profit which you will distribute in the form of dividend? What is the amount of profit which you will retain? See, suppose for example, I earned 1,000 rupees profit this year. Okay, this 1,000 rupees profit, I have got my capital from various people like shareholders. I have to distribute from this 1,000 rupees. I have distribute as dividend to the shareholders. Suppose I decided 500 rupees I will distribute as dividend. So 500 rupees from 10 shareholders I have procured my capital. 500 rupees divided by 10 shareholders. Each shareholder will get 50 rupees dividend. And left out the 500 rupees. What should I do now? I will be using this 500 rupees for my business, either to expand my business, to run my business. I should need money, right? Suppose, for example, total 1,000 rupees, if I distribute it as dividend, I will be not left out with any more money. Again, I should borrow from some other source money, then I should do my business. It's not suggestible, right? It's not a wise decision what we take. So whatever profit you have earned, some amount of profit you distribute it as a dividend to the shareholders as they have invested in your company, and remaining money you will keep it in a company to use for your business. Okay, so what is that amount of profit which you distribute? What is that amount of profit you will retain in the business? Talks about dividend decisions. So these financial management revolves, okay, or financial management talks about these three decisions only: investment decisions, financing decisions, and dividend decisions. Okay, what is investment decisions? What are investment decisions? Anybody?
Where to invest, and how much to invest.
Yes, in which project you have to invest, where to invest to get more return than cost. Very good. What are financing decisions? What are financing decisions? What are financing decisions? Let me know if you have understood or not.
The acquiring of funds and how much you're going to take the loans from, and which bank you're going to.
Yes, from where and how much you are going to procure the funds which are required. Okay, that are financing decisions. What are dividend decisions? Others also answer, please. If you haven't understood, you let me know. I'll explain it again.
How much percentage is to be paid to the shareholders?
Very good. So how much percentage will pay in the form of dividend to the shareholders? So these are the various three types of decisions which, as a financial manager, you have to take in the organization. Okay, and financial management talks about these things: for investment, financing, and dividend. Okay. Now, importance of finance through a small example, like we were talking about investment decisions, right? So how it will be, you see. Suppose you are the owner of ABC firm, okay? You are the owner of the ABC firm and you get two proposals. You have two alternatives, okay? One project will cost you 5 lakhs and other project will cost you 8 lakhs, okay? Now, what you will do, in which project you will select? Either project A or project B. Project A will cost you 5 lakhs, project B will cost you 8 lakhs. You will not just see this cost and make a decision. You should also see what are the cash flows which you receive for project A, that is cash inflows, the money what you receive, and you should also see what are the cash inflows for project B. Okay, then what is the period within which this 5 lakhs you will recover from project A, and what is the period within which this 8 lakhs you will receive from the project B. So by looking at this straight away, we cannot take any decision. That's how the investment decisions. We do these investment decisions through proper techniques, and those techniques are called capital budgeting techniques. Okay, and those techniques are called capital budgeting techniques. You will properly draft a proposal, do the calculations, then you will decide whether you have to invest in the project A or whether you have to invest in the project B. Okay, now what are the three alternatives you have? Whether you have to accept the both proposals, or you will reject both, or you have to choose either one. Okay, either of the two. Okay, so how you will take? I told you, right? Through a proper capital budgeting technique, that is the investment decision. As a financial manager, you will calculate both these proposals, and whichever project gives you high return and whichever project is very less risky, risk and return trade-off you will see. Okay, then you will select the project. So just analyze the data of both the proposals, then analyze several financial, whichever technique. I told you, right? We use capital budgeting technique, and these capital budgeting techniques, you have many techniques like traditional techniques and modern techniques. Okay, that all you will study in financial management subject. Whatever technique which is suitable for you, you will apply that technique and make a decision. So apply the technique, evaluate your findings of these two proposals, then you will take a decision. And after taking decision, what you have to do? You have to plan for acquiring, allocating, and utilization of the funds. You have to, you have selected project B, I will select. Now project B, how much money you need? 8 lakhs you need. Now you have to decide from where you will allocate this 8 lakhs for project B. Like how much money from where you will get and how you are going to invest. You'll make a plan, then you will implement the plan, and now you will monitor all the activities. Like once you invest and you will not leave it, right? You should monitor every day till your project gets done, till you receive the cash flows, till you generate the income. Okay, so these are nothing but investment decisions, which is done through capital budgeting techniques. Okay, any questions? I'm done with the concept overview of finance. I hope you have learned something from the session. If you haven't understood any point, you can just let me know. Okay. Any questions? Udbhav, you have unmute.
No.
Others,
Questions?
any questions?
No more questions, ma'am.
Okay. Any questions, others? Have you all understood the meaning, features, aims, types of decisions we take, role of a financial manager?
No questions, ma'am. Great session. You brushed up a lot of concepts that we learned in 11th, 12th, and also learned a new things, a lot of new things. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Wahid. Others?